Hi, I'm Steve, AD4XT. Welcome to Ham Radio Portable. Well, you might be thinking, what does a window unit like this have to do with ham radio? Well, if you're hot, live in the South, and it's not working, it may be important. Stick with me. I got a good little DIY project here. Okay, I've had this little 5,000 BTU window unit for about 3-4 years. It's worked really well. I come in one day and you flip the power switch and nothing happens, not a sound. So I'm going to show you a step-by-step of how I fixed it temporarily for, just to get it working, and then permanently. So stick with me. Before you go digging into the unit, make sure that it is plugged in and that the circuit breaker is not tripped. That would be the big button on the bottom. This one is. The problem's inside. So let me unplug it and we'll dig into it. Not too many tools that you'll need to do this. Phillips screwdriver and a flat blade. I did not even use my multimeter the first time around on the temporary fix. Making double sure that your power plug is disconnected. You've got 2 screws on each side. One comes out like that, and the other one. And from there you can just kind of pull it at the bottom, and you might need your little flat blade on the sides here to kind of get it to pop off like that, and just lift it, and the whole front unit will come off just like that. Okay, here's the little control panel where the power switch is. We've got to get into it, but when you think about these units, I mean, the power switch is the one thing on it that's switched every day, so it's probably going to be what fails first. So before I pull this off, I'm going to take this knob off. Just grab it, just pull this, your thermostat knob. It'll come flying off when you take the other off. And you can reach over here on the side with a little screwdriver and kind of, there's 2 little tabs, pry it, and it will come out just like that and expose the wires. Having the wires exposed, we're looking for the power switch. That would be this one here and the one on the bottom. First thing I want to do is take some needle nose and just kind of pull them off, disconnect them, and get them out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and pop the switch out there. That's the main problem here. Okay, switch has been removed. Now there's 2 ways to go about fixing it. If you don't have a switch, which I didn't have either, you're going to have to find a way to connect these 2 together. And of course, you're not going to be able to do that. 2 female terminals. And one thing you could do, you could cut these 2 terminals off and strip your wire back and put you a barrel nut on it, like electricians do, and then wrap it real good with electrical tape. I did not want to do that because I eventually wanted to put the correct switch back into the unit. If you do it this way, what you're going to have to do is go back over to where you plug it into the wall each time and turn it on with the circuit breaker, and then you'll have to go back and turn it off with the circuit breaker. Depending on where you've got this plugged in, that may be very inconvenient. So I did that for about a week until I ordered up some new switches. But let me show you what I did in the meantime. My temporary fix was to find something to go into each one of these without cutting them. Some type of metal. If you had some solid 12 gauge wire. You could probably beat it down flat and put it in there, but I took an automotive terminal here. It's kind you get at the parts store. It's like a spade terminal. Of course, it's too big to go in there. And what I did is I stripped the plastic off, and I took it and beat it down to a smaller size. And this is what I turned it into. I did that by I kind of cut it, and then I would put it. I kept sizing it and putting it on something like a file, and just filing it down until I got it thin enough to slide into each one of these terminals. Goes down in about halfway on one. You just plug the other side in, just like that. Making sure that's good and tight. Take some good quality electrical tape and wrap it up really good. Just like that, and you can put everything back in the hole and test it out. Okay, I've got the control panel temporarily on. I've got the power switch bypass. Hit the circuit breaker. There we go. Seems to be working. That is the temporary fix. And you can go like that forever if you want to. But I did find a source for the switches, so I'm going to go ahead and replace that now. You're finished here if you want to leave it like that. Put the grill back on. You're back in business. But I'm going to take one more step and show you the switches I bought and put it in. Just a quick little check of the old switch with a continuity meter, and I did not even use this the first time around. Yeah, it's totally dead. Okay, I've got the new switch here. It's not the same color, and it has some on-off markings on it, and I want to make sure I line it up with the on-off on the cover here. And remember, the circle is off and the line is on. Should be able to pop it right back in there like that, and connect my wires, and that should be just like factory. Line your pins up on the left and just clip this control panel back into position, just like that. Replace the thermostat knob on there, and now would be a good time to go ahead and do some cleaning, vacuuming, and wiping it down while you've got the cover off, and the little filter that you can access without taking it all apart is right here on the side. So clean everything and hang it back on there, and 2 screws, and we're finished. Time to plug it back in, making sure the circuit breaker is not tripped. It's got the green light, so let's power it up. A new power switch installed that doesn't match exactly, but that's the result we was looking for. Here's a close-up of the old switch that came out. They will always have some numbers on there, and you can just go to Google and Google up the numbers, and you'll probably come up with a replacement. I found my replacement on Amazon. This is what I found off of Amazon. It's like a pack of like 10 of them. I didn't need 10, but hey, they were only like $10 or $11 anyway. This is exactly what I used, and you've got some extras if you ever need them, but maybe so, maybe not, but nice little kit that it comes with. So, and they're currently on Amazon. I did temporarily use the temporary fix for over a month, but got tired of hitting the circuit breaker. So there you go. Well, there you have it, a good little do-it-yourself project when the power switch fails on your window unit. Literally costs nothing for a good temporary fix, and I'm talking a temporary fix where you're not tearing up the wiring in there, where you can go back at a later time and put the correct switch in there and do the job right. So there you go. Hope you got something out of that. I like to do these little DIYs every now and then, and I'm sure somebody will get some use out of that. So if you haven't, hit the like and subscribe, and we'll catch you again on another ham radio portable. 73, everybody.